Have you ever wondered why two people can grow up in the same world, yet one struggles with money forever, while the other becomes financially free without being the smartest, richest, or most talented? This book explains exactly why. Hey everyone, welcome back to Bookshot. If you're someone who wants to understand money on a deeper level, not the boring school theories, but the real rules the rich actually use, you're in the perfect place. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss more summaries like this one. Alright, let's get into one of the most influential financial books ever written. Today we're breaking down Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, a book that compares two father figures with completely different mindsets. One highly educated but financially stuck, and the other not academically successful but financially free. Robert uses their contrasting worldviews to reveal the financial lessons most people never learn in school. Two fathers, two roads. Robert grows up under the guidance of two powerful influences. Poor Dad, his real father, a hard-working educated man who believes in job security, good grades, and a stable paycheck. He values safety, stability, and climbing the career ladder. But despite his intelligence, he constantly struggles with money. Rich Dad, his best friend's father, a businessman with little formal education but a deep understanding of money, risk, and opportunity. He believes in entrepreneurship, ownership, and making money work for you. Robert quickly sees that both men care about him, but their advice is opposite. One says, go to school and get a secure job. The other says, learn how money works. Make money work for you. This conflict shapes Robert's entire financial education. Lesson 1. The rich don't work for money. When Robert and his friend start working for a rich dad, he pays them almost nothing. They feel exploited, but it's deliberate. Rich dad wants them to experience the truth most adults never learn. Most people spend their entire lives working for money because they never learn how to make money work for them. The average person is driven by fear. Fear of bills, fear of losing stability, fear of the unknown. So they cling to a paycheck. Rich Dad wants Robert to think beyond that, to notice opportunities, to understand that money is a tool, not a master, and that creativity and problem solving matter more than job titles. This lesson is not about quitting your job. It's about shifting from employee thinking to investor thinking. Lesson 2. Financial literacy. Assets versus liabilities. Rich Dad teaches something school never covers. Earning more money won't fix your financial problems if you don't know how to manage it. The true foundation is financial literacy. His simplest definition: assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out. Most people think their house is an asset. Rich Dad disagrees. If it drains your money every month, it's a liability. The poor and middle class buy liabilities they think are assets. The rich buy actual assets. Businesses, investments, real estates, royalties, and digital products. Understanding this difference is the beginning of the wealth. Lesson 3. Mind your own business. Rich Dad warns Robert not to spend his whole life making other people rich. This doesn't mean quitting your job. It means, while you work, build your own financial foundation. Your business is not your job. Your business is your assets. Assets can be rental properties, small businesses, stocks, digital products, intellectual property, or anything that earns even when you sleep. Poor Dad focuses on career. Rich Dad focuses on ownership. Lesson 4. Taxes and corporations. Here the book reveals something few people ever learn. Employees earn, get taxed, and spend what's left. Corporations earn, spend, and get taxed on what remains. That alone changes the entire game. The wealthy legally use structures, corporations, expenses, and reinvestment to protect their money. It's not about cheating, it's about understanding the system. Rich Dad says the tax code is a set of incentives. The government rewards entrepreneurs and investors because they create jobs, housings, and economic growth. The rich learn these rules. Most people don't. Lesson 5. The rich invent money. Rich Dad hates the sentence, "I can't afford it." He says it shuts the brain off. Instead, he teaches Robert to ask, "How can I afford it?" One sentence kills creativity, the other unlocks possibility. Opportunities are everywhere, but only visible to people trained to look for them. Rich people take calculated risks. They test ideas. They fail, learn, and grow. Financial courage matters more than financial resources. Lesson 6. Work to learn, not to earn. Rich Dad encourages Robert to take jobs that build skills, not just paychecks. Skills like communication, leadership, sales, marketing, negotiation, financial thinking. School rewards specialization. The real world rewards versatility. Poor Dad wants Robert to excel academically. Rich Dad wants him to become adaptable, persuasive, and financially intelligent. Those are the skills that build wealth. The real enemy: fear, doubt, and cynicism. The biggest obstacle to wealth isn't the economy, or the government, or competition. It's fear. People fear losing money. They fear looking foolish. They fear trying something new. So they avoid risk, stay in their comfort zone, and call it being responsible. Rich Dad teaches that losing money is part of learning. The real danger is letting fear control your life. Cynicism, the voice that says it won't work, is what kills dreams. The rat race. This is the cycle most people end up in. Get a job, get paid, buy stuff, upgrade lifestyle, take on debt, need a higher salary, repeat forever. People call it stability, but it's a trap. Rich Dad teaches that financial freedom comes when your assets can pay for your lifestyle, not when your salary increases, not when you get promoted. Freedom comes from breaking the cycle. Start small, start early. The book ends with a message that empowers everyone. You don't need money to start. You need knowledge and action. Small steps today. Reading, learning, investing, tiny amounts compound over time. The earlier you learn, the faster you escape relying on a paycheck. Rich Dad Poor Dad shows that wealth isn't about income. It's about mindset, financial literacy, and building assets instead of relying on a paycheck. Money follows rules, and once you learn them, you gain freedom. Thanks for watching. If this breakdown helped you see money differently, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next summaries. And let me know in the comments which lesson from Rich Dad Poor Dad hit you the hardest and why. I read every comment and I love hearing your thoughts. Until next time, take control of your money, build your assets, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!